All right, everybody, welcome back. And today is a conversation. And listen, I love talking about love. I love talking about relationships. It is so close to my heart because I really believe that the person that you end up with, the relationship that you end up with, has a lot to do with your destiny and your purpose. And it's so important when you're picking a life mate that you pay attention to what your purpose and your destiny is all about. So imagine that you're in a relationship and things start to go south, right? This person just checks out, but you're living together. This person is not really as affectionate or sweet anymore. And you're wondering, is this the relationship I bargained for? Probably not. So Alto and Jumba is here to tell us how to identify when your love has turned sour and when to call it quits, when to leave, or when to fix it. He's looking great, everybody. Please put your hands together for him. He's here. Hello, Alton.
Hi.
How are you?
Hi, Kobi.
Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for
It is a pleasure. Absolutely. Have a seat, sir.
You're looking beautiful.
Thank you so much. So,
Yeah.
habari ya Eldoret?
Eldoret is okay.
Yes?
It's a bit chilly,
Yeah.
but we thank God.
Thank you so much for coming all the way.
Thank
It
you
is our
for inviting
pleasure.
us.
It is
Yeah.
our pleasure. I always love talking to men about relationships because I get a completely different perspective.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about your background. How did you get into this line of work?
Professionally, I'm an event planner.
Okay.
And most of the times I deal with couples who intend to get married. And when they visit my office, always they will want to get advice from me.
Yeah.
So it's not something I initially wanted to do,
Okay.
but it's something I got myself doing. And then I realized that I had a calling towards talking to people about love.
Right.
And that's how I started doing this.
Okay, all right. So,
and mostly I've been doing it on social media.
Okay.
And I think that's where most people pick me from.
Right.
They follow me on Facebook and Twitter.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm just going to backtrack a little bit. We've just had a conversation talking about marking World AIDS Day on December 1st.
Yep.
And I mean, we've heard some alarming numbers. Young people, this is the adolescent and the youth, HIV infections are at a high rate, which means that there's a lot of sexual activity, confusing love for sex. There's a conversation that we're not having. What has changed with this generation, in your opinion?
I think it's basically how you've put it. Most of us confuse love with intimacy and material gain. Now, if you look at the young people, what we concentrate most on and think that we are in love is being with someone who can take care of us materially.
Right.
And this puts us in an awkward situation because we have to do whatever this guy says. And just like you're talking about the issue of HIV and AIDS, you see, when someone is taking care of your material needs, you have no right to say no to anything.
True.
So you have to flow with what they want you to do.
They have some control over your life.
Yes.
Yeah.
And basically this is how we are able to get into situations where someone would tell you, I want to sleep with you without a condom, and there's nothing you would do because you have to give in to this person who's taking care of you.
Right.
If you don't, then you stop getting the material support that you're getting from them.
Okay.
But the moment we realize what love is made of, then we will be able to avoid all this.
Yeah, absolutely. What is love made of, in your own opinion? True love, the God-given love.
Do you want me to define it my own way, or do you want me to define it the dictionary way?
No, your own way. The dictionary way is kind of boring.
I would start from somewhere. Most of us, you've heard this phrase, I've fallen in love.
Yeah.
I don't believe in that. I believe in growing in love. I believe in meeting someone, getting to know them, understand them, and then build something on it. The moment you fall in love, you quickly fall out of it. Yeah. But when you grow in love, you die in love, my dear. And I think my clear definition of love is being the other person. They are you, you are them. Getting into them, understanding who they are, where they come from, and then actually building something that will lead into marriage or a lasting relationship.
Okay.
Yeah.
Looking at, of course, young people still,
Yeah.
and I don't even know when this happened, if it's about situationships. They don't even call it relationships anymore.
Yeah.
It's situationships, it's prayer partner, it's friends with benefits.
True.
You know, it's all of these very murky areas, and you'll find one individual will catch feelings, or fall in love with this person, and the other person is just like, hey, we were in an arrangement, I'm sorry. And then there's heartbreak, and then there's this cycle of this person constantly looking to be fulfilled in this sense. And we have young people's hearts being broken, a lot of confusion when it comes to love and relationships. Address this demographic for me.
I think it's not right to say that we have hearts being broken, because most of the times what we get into, like you mentioned, the situationships, this is not something that gets into your heart.
Right.
We're just disappointed that we never got what we wanted from this man.
Okay.
I never got what I bargained for. And most of the times you realize that people would want to revenge when this happens. Love is not vengeful. Love is caring, love is patience, love forgives. But whatever most young people get themselves into is either, like you said, a one-night stand, the situationships. I just want, this guy is handsome, I just want to sleep with him, and then that's it. And then eventually it develops into something. Maybe when you sleep with this guy, he's so good in bed and you don't want to lose him. But in his right mind, he also just wanted to sleep with you and move on.
Right.
But when this happens, and you've heard this saying that says, men can sleep with a woman and feel nothing.
Yeah.
But for a woman, it's something, there's a connection that happens when the two of you connect. So there's nothing we would want to say about a man sleeping with a woman, and it just goes like that. They develop feelings eventually.
Right.
Whether it's because he's good in bed, or he's handsome, or he's just a one-night stand, they develop feelings. And these feelings, when they're disappointed, when you cannot keep up with what they expect you to do, then it becomes vengeful.
Yeah, and stalkerish and messy and all of that.
Yes.
Yeah. Looking at, of course, the fact that a lot of people just settle and just decide, okay, you know what, this is the guy I kind of hooked up with. Now we're in a situationship, then we're in a relationship, then we've moved in together, just kind of settling for what's there, out of fear of being lonely, out of, you know, just not being alone. Some people don't even know how to be alone. Talk to me about waiting for the kind of person that you want to really be with, if you're young, older, whatever. But waiting for that one person that you know will commit to you properly. You'll be in a relationship. There's no cheating, there's no benefits, there's no one-night stand in this kind of scenario. Talk to me about that. You know,
I think I would need to take you back to basics.
Okay.
I'll take you back to the Bible. When God created man, he actually asked man to love the woman. He never asked the woman to love the man.
Okay.
He asked the woman to be submissive to the man.
Yeah.
And the Bible also says that a woman will leave the family and join the husband, and they'll stay together. Now, most of us are in a hurry to get into relationships because we want to be like so-and-so.
Yeah.
We want to rush into relationships because this guy can give me 1, 2, 3. My lifestyle will improve when I'm with this guy. Now, these are mistakes we make that come back to haunt us. Now, what do you need to do with any man or any relationship that comes your way? Basically, it's what you're saying. You have to wait. You have to have a window in which you operate in. Most of these relationships and marriages break because we do not give it time. We do not give ourselves time to get to know who Kobi is.
Right.
I meet Kobi today on the street. I approach her. I say, I'm in love with Kobi. The next 1 month, we are settling down.
Yeah.
In 6 months, you're getting married. Now, you have never stayed with Kobi, like for a weekend, a whole month, or a whole week. What you normally do is you meet up one weekend, you go for movies, and that's it.
Yeah.
You've never lived in the same house. So you don't know if Kobi snows. You don't know if Kobi walks into the house and throws things around.
Yeah, you don't
Now,
know if I have mood swings or if I, you know.
Yes,
Yeah.
you don't know if Kobi doesn't know how to cook.
Yeah, I do though, everyone. Very well. Yes, I can cook.
Yeah. So the moment you get into this relationship and take it to the next level without getting to understand the man or the woman you're with, then that in itself is a problem. Because the moment the true self of this person starts showing up, then that relationship will never stand.
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, one of the things that can happen is you end up in this great relationship.
Yep.
You have been friends, and they always say, end up with your friend, you know, because this person knows you and doesn't judge you and that kind of thing. So you've ended up in this great relationship. You've been together for a while, and then you start to feel this person kind of fading off. They're no longer as sweet as they were. The phone calls have diminished. They used to send you nice messages in the morning. Those are gone. You guys are just passing each other. You're just kind of existing. The love has sort of started to go sour, and you're feeling like something here is wrong. How do you approach that kind of situation with your loved one?
I think for me, it's not proper to fall in love with your friend. I think the issue is get someone you think you're attracted to and make them your friend.
Okay.
Because you
That's
fall...
a nice way to look at it.
Yeah, you fall in love with a friend who always takes care of you, takes you to movies, and then they insist this is just on a friendly basis.
Yeah, they're falling. This person is nowhere near your...
But these guys slowly trying to get you into their mix. Believe you me, in the current world we live in, there's nothing like just pure friendship. Yeah. At one point or the other, someone saw Kobi and said, I would do with a bit of Kobi. So basically what we do is we slowly push you towards what we want to attain.
Right.
And most of the times we will take this for granted as a friend. And the moment that happens, the friendship bond breaks. And then whatever you used to expect every morning, that text message, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, it ceases to continue. Yeah. Now, when that stops, then you become enemies automatically. Yeah. But the moment you meet someone who you're attracted to, and then you build the foundations of friendship, before you even get into a relationship, get to know each other, be friends, go out, get to understand all the small little details about Kobi, and then take it to another level. Believe you me, this relationship will really work.
I mean, Alton, you've mentioned my name so many times. I'm just hoping the guy is just watching and saying, Kobi, we have to take her to the movies. We have to court her. This is so awesome. All right, listen, my favorite segment, you guys know it. It's called Love, all right, because I'm a sucker for love, and I wear my heart on my sleeve. If you know me, you know that. So when we come back, we continue to talk about, so you're in the relationship or you're married, you're with your partner, you've been together for years, and this person checks out. What do you do? Take a look at love as we take a quick break. We'll be right back with Alton. Give him a hand. All right, we're back. I'm just going to take a quick survey with this audience. Who's in a relationship right now and very happy? It's like 3 people. 1, 2, 3, 4. Are you sure you're happy? You're like this. Yeah, you're happy? You're in a relationship and you're happy? That's great, because that's what it's about, right? It really, you do get into a relationship or a partnership or a marriage to be happy, to share your life with somebody. I think we've lost that reason why we get into partnerships, haven't we?
Yeah, true. We all want to be in relationships that are happy.
Yeah.
I want to wake up in the morning and look at your face and smile.
Yeah.
But we also have to realize that relationships and love is really not a bed of roses. We have to work towards making sure that both of us are happy in this relationship. And what do I mean by this? We have to learn to sacrifice. I have to learn to sacrifice my happiness for you. And really? When you're happy, I am happy.
Okay.
It's as simple as that. As a man, I have to make sure my woman is happy first. I don't expect my woman to make me happy before I make her happy.
Okay.
A woman's happiness is a man's happiness. It's a man's peace of mind.
Clap for that, everybody. I hope everyone heard that.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yes.
you are in a relationship, and I have to say that infidelity has become part and parcel of our society.
Yeah.
We're talking about it, we're making fun of it. It's become literally, it's ingrained in us that it's almost become normal. So you're in a great relationship, you're in a great marriage, everything has been working out for years, and this person starts to move away, and you can sense that something is definitely wrong, be it the case of another woman, be it the case of just the feelings have gone, the love has turned sour. What do you do when you're in a commitment, you have children, maybe you're married, you live together?
I think to start with, you need to find the reason why this person is moving away.
Okay.
Because sometimes we have external factors, and most of the times the reasons are within us. Why am I saying this? Because every great relationship has challenges, but how you handle these challenges will really determine if you guys will stick together, if you guys will be able to work out your issues or not. Some of these issues are very petty, that as a couple you can handle, and some of them are very grave that you need to go out to seek for help from a counselor. So basically what I advise people to do, the moment you realize things are changing in the house, you have to sit down and talk about them. You have to come out and say, hey babe, listen, you used to be with me in the kitchen as I'm cooking. You washed after me. You cleaned the oven after I baked. What is happening? Is this something I have done? So you get to know the reason why these things have stopped happening.
I think, Alton, one of the things that a lot of women feel,
Yeah.
and I might be speaking for myself here, is that you're nagging, or and you say to a guy, hey, we need to talk, and the guy will run for the hills, because that's just how men are wired. And so a lot of women will not bring up some of these issues, will not even sound the alarm, because, you know, men have coined this thing of, she's a nag, she's needy, she's this, we're fine, we're okay, let's just keep moving. What do you do in that particular situation?
I will say this, every man deserves a woman who asks silly questions.
Okay.
And how you respond to that defines how matured you are. Because I think relationships are best for matured minds. And every woman should ask any question they want to ask. And as a man, with the maturity you have, you need to be able to handle this. I don't believe there's anything like nagging. Women are naturally created to ask questions.
Right.
They're naturally created to push you to the wall. But it's very difficult for a woman to understand a man's mind, because why? When I have a problem, I keep quiet.
Yeah.
That is the only reason why people don't say men are nagging.
Right.
Because I will keep quiet, I will find a solution, I'll talk to my boys, and then we'll find a solution.
Yeah.
It might not be a lasting solution or something that will help my marriage, but at that specific moment, I'll be able to have solved that issue. It will not be disturbing me. But for women, you are outspoken. When something happens, you bring it to the fore.
Yeah.
So as men and human beings, we have to respect that fact that as a woman, you just talk. You just talk. You just want to know what the problem is.
Right.
And I don't see anything wrong with that.
Okay.
Yes.
In the case where there is another woman,
Yep.
and this guy will probably just sit there and listen to her and say, okay, I've heard what you have to say, but he's busy having an affair. He's got a clan here on the side. He's not going to let her go because the wife just decided to confront the situation. It is happening. People are in 3-people marriages. It's going on right now. So what do you do in that situation? And also, women are cheating just as much as men, let's be honest. So what do you do in a situation where your partner is cheating on you, you are aware of this, they will not stop, and you're just living with it?
There are a couple of things you can do.
Okay.
You can seek help from a counselor, or you can decide to call it quits, depending with the magnitude of the issue.
Right.
Or you can decide to stay and fight. I believe in staying and fighting.
Okay.
Because the moment you met this man, there's something you saw in them, or this woman. And you have lived with this person for quite some time, and you have kids. So it means you understand this person more than the clan understands him.
Yeah.
Yeah? You know his weak points and strong points. So I sometimes advise people to take advantage of the weak areas
But isn't
of your partner.
Isn't that a bit contradictory? I mean, someone is cheating on me.
Yes.
We have kids together. We live together. We're married, etc.
Yes.
And you're saying stay and fight despite the other person not wanting to fix it? Even in the Bible, Alton, it says that you can leave if somebody's cheating on you.
Definitely, you can leave.
Yeah.
And I gave 3 options.
I know.
But I said, on the other side, I said, I don't believe in divorce. I don't believe in leaving a relationship before I fight. So the first thing I think couples should do, or it's try to fight for your space. This is where you've invested all your life. Yeah? To be precise, this is where you've invested all your life. You can't just leave that to another woman to come and enjoy.
Right.
Like in 2 days, someone just walks into your life and you decide, to hell with everything I have built for the past 20 years. It's not that easy, my dear. You have to stick in there, put your head out there, and make the other woman realize, or the other man realize, that this is your woman. This is what God gave you. This is what you have been living for. And you're not going to let it go easily. Anyone who lets go such a relationship or such a marriage that easily, in the first place, they were not meant to be there.
Okay.
You fight for whatever you love.
I'm going to give an opportunity to at least one of our audience members to ask a question this morning. When it comes to love, you know, a lot of people got questions. Sir, how are you?
I'm fine.
I saw you raise your hand when we asked about, so you're in a relationship?
Yeah.
Excellent. What's your name?
My name is Eliud.
Eliud.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you, Eliud.
Thank
Go
you.
ahead. Throw your question to Alton.
What advice would you give those in a relationship? They're about to get married, but the parents on both sides, they don't understand each other.
Ooh.
What advice would you give?
I mean, yo, that's a big one. Go on.
Yeah, thank you, Eliud. I think this is one of the major setbacks that we have in our journey to find love and to settle down with the people we love. But I think the most important thing is you and the person you love. But again, not forgetting the fact that you need your parents' blessings. So love, like the Bible says, surpasses everything. So as long as the two of you love each other dearly and deeply, that love will be able to convince your parents to allow the two of you to get married. But it's not that easy. You really like have to fight for it. Because we have various things that will make our parents not want you to get married to the other side. Especially in our country, we have tribal issues. And right now we are affected by that.
Yeah.
I want to marry a Kikuyu or Maluo, and my parents will tell me, no, you cannot allow you to do this. Why? Because of useless issues like politics or whatever it is. But the most important thing is what you feel in your heart and what she feels back for you. That is what will drive you to the final destination. And
then they walk off. What I have taken from you, Alton, today is communication is huge when it comes to love and relationships. Yes. You have to talk about these things. You have to bring the issues to the fore. Yep. You have to make your voice be heard, and you can't shy away because this person might leave you. Yep. You know? We're going to talk about when you try to break up with somebody and they just refuse to leave, all right? But we'll have Alton back on the show and we're going to talk about that, all right?
No problem.
But thank you so much for being here this morning. Isn't he great, guys? Yeah? Give him a hand. Alton, if I'm looking for you as a counselor, event planner, maybe to plan my wedding and help me walk this journey of love, how do I find you? I know you're very active on social media.
Yeah, that's one of the greatest platforms that we use to talk to most couples and friends. You can find me on Facebook, Alton and Jumba. I'm on LinkedIn. I'm on
Instagram. That's how we met, actually.
Yeah.
DM
and actually, most relationships actually start on Instagram.
They do?
Yeah.
I didn't know this.
Yes.
Started from the DM, now we're here.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Double tap.
Double tap, like that. All right, thank you so much. Guys, we are going to connect you to Alton on our social media platforms. Go ahead and inbox him, ask him any question you want, and I'm sure he'll be happy to answer. But we'll definitely have you back.
Thank you.
Very insightful indeed. Thank you so, so much.
All right.
All right. One of my favorite songs right now, it's not leaving my head, is Imagine, John Legend, All of Me.
All of me.
I love that song. It's sitting in my head and it won't go away. And so I'm just going to make it sit in your head and not go away. Can we do that? All right. That's how we leave you today. Love all of me, all right? And find love and find your plan A, the person who will help you find your purpose and destiny. All right, everybody, thank you so much for joining us. Have a beautiful day. We shall see you right here tomorrow. Bye-bye.